You feel scattered. You don't know what you should be doing. You don't know what your purpose is in the world. And you see other people who seem to have it all together. They have this drive, this passion, this focus. They're making moves in the world. They're making a difference and an impact. And meanwhile, you keep changing hobbies and habits, and you go explore over here and you do something else and you think, maybe I should pick up crochet. Maybe I should train to be an astronaut. And there are all these different options and possibilities. How can you ever find your purpose? Well, in this video, I'm going to give you a smooth guide to finding your purpose as an INFP. This came up in a recent client coaching call. We were talking about purpose, and I want to share some of my thoughts with you because there's a difference when you don't know your purpose and when you do know your purpose. And it is okay for your purpose to change too, but this crusade, this quest for INFPs is extremely important. We need to feel like we are questing for something, like our heart and soul is in it and we're all aligned, moving in the same direction. Because when you don't feel like that, that's when you lie down on the couch and you just endlessly scroll. You play games way more than you should probably allow yourself to play games. And you're just like, I just need just a couple more hours and it'll be good. And then I'll feel rested and ready to go and I'll be able to find my purpose and, force myself to take these actions. That's not a good way of going about it. And continued, it leaves you looking back at your life like I was doing and realizing that I just haven't done the things that I wanted to, that I didn't make the impact that I wanted to. My life was not the way that I wanted it. And it felt horrible. And it felt like I was behind. And I didn't like that feeling. When you do have your purpose, or you feel a sense of purpose, I think that's a better way of wording it. You wake up early in the morning, perhaps. You feel excited to sit down and write your book or work on your project. You stop playing as many games. I'm not against games. I love them. But I know that I spent 5 hours a day at least playing games when if I added those 5 hours a day up every day or every other day or a couple times a week for the whole year, that's a lot of time. And I'm not going to do the math right now because I hate math, but it's a lot of time, right? And you start rerouting your energy and refocusing your energy on the things that are important to you, the things that are aligned with your values. And then you feel this sense of fulfillment and meaning and purpose and joy, excitement, as opposed to this hollowness, this displaced sense where you're just like, I don't fit in the world and I don't even know why I'm here. I remember looking up to the stars, being like, why am I even here? What is my purpose? This existential dread. That's not a good place to be. So I'm going to give you 3 different ways of thinking about your purpose and things that you can do to understand it better. The first part is the solar system. A lot of INFPs feel like their purpose is this one point that when they find their purpose, that is going to be the only thing that they do. And what I've found is it's not like that. Although having a star in space is kind of cool. Okay. It's actually more like a solar system where you have your purpose here. Maybe it's to help people. Okay. I know that's vague, but to help people. And then you have all of these different orbiting satellites that go around the purpose that you have. There are all these different actions, activities, goals, pursuits, ventures, businesses that you do that are orbiting your purpose. And so it's not just one thing. Like my purpose is not just to make YouTube videos on personality type. My purpose is to help people understand themselves better and to feel a sense of not being broken, being able to explain who they are and why they do what they do, a sense of relief in that. And one way of doing that is me making videos on YouTube. There are plenty of other avenues that I go about, and you can do that too with your purpose. Okay, so the purpose is the solar system, and the interests that are orbiting that are the planets and the satellites, the moons. So we want to find the sun. We want to find the core thing that your life has just been circling. All of your interests have been circling. And then we can feel the gravity of that, right? Instead of scattered interests and comets going out into space and planets spiraling out into nowhere, we have this sense of like everything I do is wrapped around this one central purpose. And that's a good feeling. And the second one is it's like a bat. Okay. I'm not a bat expert, though I do like Batman. He would not like that logo though. Um, Bats see with echolocation, right? They send this ping out, they send a signal out, and it hits a stalactite. Hold on tight. Is that okay? It hits something, okay, and it bounces back off of that, and it goes back to the bat. So what we want to do is we want to send a signal, and we want to listen for what comes back. And in this case, this is about sampling broadly. We want to log on to our explorer, which is our extroverted intuition. This is our auxiliary function. This is a place of growth. This is a mentor like character within our psyche that's saying, hey, what if you did this? What might happen? What could be? What are some other options? What are some other possibilities? The explorer loves new ideas, loves new novel ideas specifically, and it wants to tinker with things and play with things. When we are not listening to our explorer and we're just going into our guardian, oh my goodness, our guardian is about the past and what worked before and stability, consistency, maintaining the day-to-day life that we know, that we expect. Well, this is when we spend a lot of time in the Shire. When we're not moving, we're not doing anything, we're not making progress on the things that are important to us. We're not seeking new possibilities. And there's nothing to ping off of. There's a known sense of everything around us, and that's not exciting. We need to activate our explorer, and we can do that by sampling, okay? But not sampling without listening, not just sending pings out randomly. It's not spray and pray. We need to do it with intention. So we do something and we think, okay, why did I do this? Okay, there's a little bit of reflection in there. And what is the next thing that I could do that might be aligned with something that is important to me and my purpose? Not random crafts and activities just for the sake of doing them, just because we feel this little bit of excitement, but like reflecting over why? Why did I do that? And what's something else that might give me that? I have a sanshin, which is an Okinawan shamisen musical instrument. Kind of looks like this. Okay. It's got 3 strings, and san is 3 in Japanese. It's made of snake skin over here. There's an interest for me in that. But it's not because I like music. It's because, I like music. It's not because I like playing music, because I'm horrible at it. It's because I like the feeling of the beach, of calm, the feeling of the sand, the ocean, the breeze, that kind of lifestyle, that peaceful, relaxed lifestyle. I live in Tokyo, so it's not like that. But that is something that's really important to me. And I also know when I get stressed out, I can just tap into that felt sense of calm and peace. I was doing it just before this call, actually, or this video. And I could just feel better. That's a sense of purpose for me. That's something that's important to me, right? So I can align my life more with things like that. And you can too. So look at your hobbies, look at your activities, and send pings out intentionally to find the things that you are interested in or that you might be more interested in. The third point here, this is a magnifying glass. Imagine yourself as a detective. What if you did not take in any clues about the crime, about the the horrendous thing that's happened, which is you not finding your purpose, right? It's really important. And it doesn't have to be one thing, right? It can be, you can have many different purposes, but something that is going to excite you and pump you up and get you excited to go explore and quest and crusade and make an impact if that's what you want. To wake up just feeling good, you know. Well, imagine if that detective never looked at any of the clues, never looked at any of the evidence, and just sat there like he's got this tool or she's got this tool, but isn't doing anything with it. And that's kind of what it's like when we are not reading the evidence of our lives. And what are you waking up for? Why? Is it just because the alarm went off and you have to wake up? Or is there something that sometimes gets you to wake up early and like, I want to do this thing? It could even be like watching a TV show or playing a game. Like, what about that is so compelling and interesting to you that you would sacrifice sleep, that you would sleep less? What pulls on, what gets you to take actions even without you being asked to do it? What are the things that you willingly expend energy on doing? For me, I love studying. I like reading. I love learning new things. So that's something that pulls me. I can feel that solar system like sun like gravitational pull. So these things are already happening in your life. What makes you stay up a little bit later? Intentionally. And it could be, again, it could be just I want to play this game. I want to play League of Legends until I win a game, right? But what about that? Like I like playing the game. It feels exciting. I like the new opportunities. I like showing expertise in some way. Um, I like imagining what if, what if I win, or what if my team isn't horrible? Okay, so reflect over the evidence in your life, and you'll probably find some things that are more tied to your purpose. For me, when I was a kid, I wanted to be an astronaut. I wanted to be a comedian. I wanted to be a mascot and, like dance around at football games or something like that. And I figured out it was all because I wanted to help people feel good. Okay. Those are the different interests that are orbiting my sense of helping people feel better about themselves and their day. And I've been in a lot of other jobs that have done that. And at the time, I didn't realize why I gravitated towards those jobs. I knew why I hated being a headhunter, cold calling people in Japanese and lying and all this other stuff. But I didn't know why I liked the things I did until I reflected over it, until I looked at the evidence and figured it out. So I want you to go through these 3 different exercises if you didn't already. Think about it like a solar system. Okay. What is your life gravitating around? Okay. If you know there's something that you like, then create different interests, hobbies, activities that revolve around that orbit that. Second, intentionally do more of those activities, more different variety of those activities so that you can figure out more of what you like and don't like. Stretch yourself outside of who you know yourself to be. Because if you knew everything about yourself or you knew this is me, then you wouldn't likely get to the next level because you're already doing you completely. I hope that makes sense. Like we need to experience things outside of our comfort zone to figure out more about ourselves. And then also look at the evidence in your life. Figure out what have you done that your life has orbited around again, and what is important to you, and why do you keep doing those things? I hope this helps. If you want more like this, you can join the Evolve community, evolve.geekpsychology.com, and you get access to all 10 of my courses and monthly workshops and hangouts as well. It's a great place to be, and I hope to see you there. Good luck, have fun. Peace.